guys, so today I'm going to be doing a highly requested book talk, like my most highly requested book talk ever next to Dimly, and that is going to be of Before by Anna Todd. And I don't know, so many of you guys wanted me to talk about this book. You're like, do a before book talk, do a before book talk, and I'm like, okay, I will. I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review, as the vast majority of you on my Twitter said you would prefer a non-spoiler review, so I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to say about this book without spoiling it, so to speak. So this is probably going to be a rather short book talk, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what this book is all about for all of you After lovers out there. With that being said, if you have not read After by Anna Todd, if you have not read the whole After series by Anna Todd, don't watch this video. It will be a spoiler. The most I can tell you guys that have not read After is that it's basically After in another character's perspective, but a bunch more stuff that would be a spoiler if you have not read the After series. So don't read this book until you've read the whole After series, because there will be spoilers for the After series in this book. So with that being said, if you've not read the whole After series, you shouldn't watch this book talk, but if you've read all of the After books and you haven't read this one yet, you are perfectly fine to watch this book talk. So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more about it. I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm a huge fan of After, and I believe I gave After 5 stars, but this book fell a little bit short for me. All that I was really expecting in this book is to just hear Hardin's perspective in After. So just like Hardin's POV of everything that happens in After. And I was really excited about that because I love seeing from different characters' point of view, especially Hardin. I loved how in the third following books after that we got to see in Hardin's perspective, but in the first book we obviously don't, because it would be a spoiler to what happens at the end of the book. So this book kind of lets you get in his mindset, see what he's thinking throughout the whole of the book, which is very interesting, especially when you know what you know at the end of the book. So it was really interesting to do that. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more. There isn't a big section that is Hardin. Like, this much of the book is like Hardin's perspective of things that are going on in After. So a lot less than I was expecting, but it was fine. It was interesting to see from his perspective, you know, when he starts to actually grow feelings for her, where his actual hatred for her stands, all that kind of stuff. It was very interesting to see, but I kind of wanted a little bit more. So other than that, this book includes lots of little sections of characters' stories in different point of views. So we get to hear from all these different characters. If you remember Natalie from the series, she has a section in here. Molly has a section. Steph, I think, has a section. Vance has a section. There's a bunch of different sections. I don't want to give them all away, but there's a bunch of different characters we get to hear from. Some stories I thought were more interesting than others, so that was kind of a pick and choose kind of thing. Some kind of bored me, some I was really intrigued in and wish I had more, which was kind of another thing. Like, I just really wish I had more of the ones that I really liked and less so of the ones I didn't really care for. You also get to see a little bit into Hardin and Tessa's future, which you do see in the last book, but this gives you actually a little bit more, so that was something that I really enjoyed in this book. So if you're looking for a little bit more and you want to know more stuff that's going on in the future, you should definitely check this book out, because that gets revealed. Overall, it was an enjoyable read. I would really only recommend it to you if you're like a die-hard After fan like I was, and I was like, I just need to get this book. But if you're just kind of read After and you're like, and you're expecting this to be like better, I would say skip it. It's not that important to the series. Obviously, the series is done. This is just kind of the series a little bit more. You do get to hear from Hardin before Tessa and then Hardin after Tessa. So you get a lot of that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in Hardin's past, I would read this because you get a little bit more information there. But if you don't really care, if you're just kind of satisfied with the series, or you're just kind of like whatever about the series, I wouldn't say it's necessary to pick up, honestly. So yeah, I hope that gave you a little bit more insight of what Before is all about, and I hope it helped you decide if you wanted to pick up the book or not. That's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this non-spoiler book talk. If you'd like to see more of these in the future, definitely let me know. In all of my normal style book talks, I do a non-spoiler section and then talk details, but I figured, you know, After, I already have a book talk on my channel, so I don't really feel the need to reciprocate about After all the time. I've talked about After so much. You guys know my feelings on it. It's really just a retelling, and I enjoyed it for the most part. 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a good addition for all of those die-hard After fans, but not a necessary addition if you don't really care. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Other than that, I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye!